Yeah, so the sleep lost animal, how how do you relate to rest, reflection, and mental stillness?
Rest and mental stillness. How do I relate to that? I always have I might really well actually, honestly. Like mental stillness, shaky on. But resting, I always try to make sure I get like a good amount of sleep. I get up every single day at the same time.
Mhm.
I have like I sometimes have a habit of kind of delaying it. I'm not consistent, but I'm doing better. I think when it comes to like keeping a routine, that definitely sucks for me. So that kind of sucks. But other than that, I mean my mental rest, it's has a habit of kind of like latching on to certain things,
Mhm.
and then I kind of get bottleneck out of it. Like I can't really move or shift, and it's hard. But I know for me uh it's not so bad as it was before for me. Because before for me, it was very much like something would happen and
Mhm.
I'd fixate on it, and then I would be stuck. Now it's to the point of like something would happen, I will fixate on it at some point,
Mhm.
or I'll just be like, whatever, and I'll just move on.
Okay. So, in terms of things having improved, if you would compare, like, give an example, like a sensory example, how it used to be and what it looks like one of those things, whichever one you're comfortable sharing, that has improved.
My routine and cleaning of my job, I guess so. Like at first, I have like zero experience in it and
Mhm.
this kind of job. Like I do housekeeping, utility aid. So for me, it was like I did mostly like heavy duty or like utility aid work. So right now, I'm doing housekeeping work more, and they finally put me in my own area, which is new because they had opened it up fully because they wanted somebody to be there. But this job requires you to do so much stuff that we're like they want you to get done an hour and a half in an hour and a half. But like that specific area I'm in would take me about like almost like 5 hours with somebody,
Mhm.
and that's saying something. So probably it takes me all day to do one thing, to do everything. So me figuring out my routine, adapting, not getting stressed out by it, not overthinking it, not trying to pre-plan it as much as possible in my head, or just like trying and just trusting like the process of me building up my skills and certain things.
Mhm.
That's something I've noticed like I had to start doing more because the amount of times I've always asked, "Hey, what do you think I'm? How do you feel I'm doing? Are you all right? Like, are you guys okay with this? Am I doing good? Am I wrong in how I doing these things?" And they're like, "No." And also, like you have you come from a background where you had no experience.
Yeah.
You are cramming in so much information you have to, so you're doing fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, you're doing pretty good, so you're good.
So basically, you are squeezing a little bit more of relaxation, like in term, at least mentally, like just learning to do the job and relax at the same time.
Yeah, I have a hard time doing the doing the repetition of and honestly, I'm just gonna say it, I have a hard time specializing.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
just gonna like that's like the easiest way to say it. But then I realize like if I say that, it sounds like I'm saying like in OPS that's also a term. But like that's true. Like I just have a hard time specializing. So
right.
like for me, it's like I can do many things like immediately like that. But if you sit me down and go, can you please work on this one thing over and over again? I
Yeah.
have a hard time kind of reflecting,
Mm.
and I can't do that. Or and it's not even just that; it's just I just have a hard time building the blocks in a. Sorry, I don't have a hard time building the blocks. It's just I have a hard time. I have a hard time like believing it and then doubting it. Like I keep doubting myself on my own skills. Yeah.
Mm.
Because I can't really reflect on that, or I'm trying to ping for feedback too
Yeah,
much, and then I kind of just like fluctuate so many things for me. I
right.
guess it's probably double activated play for I'm just like I'm actively overly doing this instead of just like self-reflecting so much on myself, going like, yeah, this is okay. Maybe that's what it is,
Yeah.
but I
Because
don't fully know.
you do have your, I mean, your savior DI, TI, so
Mm-hmm.
you still have that going for you. So, and it's also masculine, right?
Yes, double masculine sleep last.
Yeah, right. So even if it's last, it's one of the two parts is a savior and both
Yeah.
are masculine. So I'm thinking because when you're saying that you doubt yourself and that you rather ping than go back to your old known information and trust that,
Mhm.
but you can, to some extent at least, you can be confident in yourself, in your DI.
And I can get it done. Like it's not that I can't get it done. Oh my god, it's not that at all. It's just the fact of like I have a habit of like always asking for idea, saying this is a good idea, this is a good idea, this is good, this is good, this is good, and then relying on that feedback to be my main answer instead of just being like, but also like if I get like a healthy amount of like thumbs ups, even if I get like even if I get like more thumbs downs, I can fluctuate and decide on myself and go, yeah, I'll do this. Like
Okay.
I'll do it because I have the feedback and I have the knowledge and the past stuff what I used to do and what I know to do, what I used to do and what I can do. That
Well,
goes with my job, my ability to when I play my games with my friends and everything like that, and everything, and all the other stuff all the other ideas I've built on. In
right.
fact, I'll get the skills for myself.
It's so interesting because you're talking about like routines, you're talking about ideas, you're talking about skills, and all that makes sense because it's ST sleep. So for me, it's more a conceptual,
I didn't think of that.
you know, it's a very
Yeah, so, yeah. Interesting.
so you're building on old skills, building new skills, integrating them in the system that you have. I'm just trying to understand ST sleep, what it is, like how does it work?
I'm physically building on something I am working on. And also like it doesn't have to be like right now. It could just be in the near future. Like what if I'm just building up these skills to do these things? But
Yeah.
also like for me, it's just like I don't have the trust and actually like I don't have the ability to fully confidently be like, oh yes, I am good at this. I'm okay.
Yeah, no worries.
I would not be
Had a long
surprised. I
day.
would not be surprised at all.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But
Well, anyways, let's move on. Do you sometimes feel burned
yeah.
out but keep going anyway?
Yeah, of course. I'd rather get the job finished than actually take a break. If I can just keep pushing and get it done all the way, I'm good to go. People get mad at me because I have a hard time pacing myself. Even at work, even people who train me, they always get upset with me. They're like, "Hey, slow down." And I'm like, "Okay." And I'm like, I slow down, but I'm going. I feel like I'm going too slow. But then I look back and I'm still going really fast.
Like
Like
objectively
even
fast.
for me going so, yes, objectively fast versus like subjectively fast.
Yeah.
Like it's like objectively I am going fast. But then like there are so many times where like someone says hurry up and I'm like I'm going cool. That's my subjective feeling going. I need to hurry up. And then when I realize I'm already going fast. So I
Right.
kind of overlook that and then I crash.
So what does it look like when you crash?
Uh I get so pissed off. I get so like I get very, very like in my own head. In my own head, I shut down everything around me, and I kind of just keep fixating on so many things, and I keep getting flustered. Or like that, and I just sensory shut down. I noticed. That's what happens with me. I sensory shut down, and I'm just going back on all the things that happened on my own knowledge.
Mm.
But like, it's not in a healthy way. It's in a very like, why is this not working? This is wrong. This is stupid. Like this is not. It sounds like I don't know if you've watched SpongeBob, but the meme the of like all like the mini SpongeBob running in his head. That's
Yeah.
kind of what it feels like.
Mm.
Yeah. Or it's like they're talking about like his name. That's kind of how it feels like. It's like
Yeah.
I'm trying to get that one sensory information,
Mm.
and then I don't freaking remember it, and it just freaking gets me upset, and I get mad. I'm pissed off by that. But I've noticed
Yeah.
I'm learning new ways to cope with it, and
Mm.
it helps me. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, that's very insightful. Seems like you've come far already.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I don't really think so. I think I've gone far to the point of I'm not falling over as much, but I guess that's true. I don't like. I'm not gonna compliment myself. That's how I feel. I'm my own compliments.
So
Oh, you worked on this.
when you crash, is it like you have to slow down? Like you're forced to slow down, or is it just
It's like having like a flight, almost like having like a flighty person become very cold, logical, and very serious and
mm,
very intense,
mm,
which makes sense. Makes sense based on my stack because I have sleep masculine last,
mm.
but then I have double activated feminine sleep. Feminine play, sorry, when I said sleep.
Yeah, feminine play, yeah.
Yeah, so that makes sense. But when I am in a healthy state, I'm fine. Like I can do both. I can do the sleep and I'll be fine. I'll be able to hang on it. I'm good to go. I'm ready to go. You do certain things towards me, and I'll be like, all right, cool.
Yeah,
And it's whatever. But there are some times where like my body would just be like, nope. And I think it's just because of the fact of like I'm not taking care of my mental load. 'Cause I'm
right.
not.
Yeah, so basically you're super movable. Like that's your default mode. You're movable all the
Hmm.
with everyone all the time, basically. And
Yeah,
then when you reach that like rock bottom, like when you crash, then you become more rigid and almost,
stickler in the mud.
yeah, like you described it, robotic maybe, and not,
Yes.
yeah, not flexible anymore.
Hmm.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about what it looks like. So I have consume last, which is also double masculine ST. So
Hmm.
yeah, I've become very rigid with the facts, for example. Like when I know something, and I'm like super unmovable on those facts. Um,
And you're also ST consume masculine.
yeah. So
Consume last. Sorry, ST consume last masculine. So that would
exactly.
also affect you as well.
I won't update, I won't update, and then time goes and I won't update. And then finally, I'm kind of forced to update for some reason, some external reason that is forcing me to just,
Hmm.
pushing me into this corner. And that's when I have to reach for those hard facts that can pull me out of the situation that I have put myself in, actually, because
Yeah.
I've waited for so long. Um, yeah. Yeah, and like you said, you become a bit, yeah, I guess almost like a different person. Like when you are in in your demons, you are more, I guess people around will perceive you differently. Have you ever heard that? Because I've got that sometimes. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
almost like they're
They
supposed.
look at me and go, why you being a prick sometimes? Like that kind of that kind of attitude. Or like why you being like so like way too overly logical.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And we
Hmm.
all have that. Like in one way or another, we all have that. Um, Either it's like for us, it's more like a Hulk syndrome because we have double masculine demons, but it could be like a sissy syndrome for someone else who's double feminine at the bottom. So yeah, depends.
Yeah.
So what happens inside you when you actually slow down?
I become hard headed. Like I won't take in. I become very arrogant. I've noticed. So that's kind of a thing. But I'm also aware of like I'm aware I'm being arrogant about it. And so like I will try and just like make fun of myself.
Mm.
But I'm also aware of like I am also just getting pissed off. So it's just like a
Rightfully,
constant double-edged sword. Yeah.
demons that they do piss us all off. That's nothing rare. Yeah.
It's like looking yourself in the mirror and like it's like looking yourself in third person view, but
Yeah.
you're still in the middle of the action
Mm.
and you're kind of just laughing at yourself. But you know like you are taking it way too seriously, but you can't help but keep still taking it seriously.
Right. But that's kind of cool that you're able to separate yourself from the experience in a way, looking at it
Hmm.
like an observer from the outside.
Yeah. Maybe not fully like digestively like everyone else, but I've noticed I'm able to see that I'm aware I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm cognitively aware I'm doing it. Doesn't mean I'm gonna be able to adapt and then change immediately off of it.
No, right. No, of
Yeah.
course not. Well, that's a great start. Yeah, let's jump on to the modality. Did we talk about your FE last time, that it's feminine? And
I think so. Yeah.
yeah, I think we were talking about it to some extent, like how it affects your flexibility in social situations.
Hmm.
I think you have talked about that already, right?
Yes, we have. I remember we did.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I remember we talked about that kind of stuff. We're good there. Hold on. I'm gonna reconnect on my PC. That might be good.
Yeah.
Hold on. Do. Gonna fix it up.
I'm gonna pause this for a second.
Fixed it.
Oh, nice.
Hey,
Wow.
there you go.
Bit relaxed. Feels more
Yeah.
relaxed.
Like I said, I was in the middle of talking and I was trying to figure this out. I was like, I gotta do this first because this is gonna bother me or I'm gonna go insane.
Power is back in the house.
Yeah, no, I was just trying to make sure you have like good audio because I know for a fact I'm gonna be irritated
Yeah.
just like looking back and going like, man, I sound so bad in this freaking earbuds because my audio keeps changing.
Yeah, you talked about that before. You're an audio guy. Like, you want to expand a little bit more about that, your modality and how you
I
can.
just want to make sure it's more pleasant for everyone else, you know. I just want to make sure it goes well, everyone's vibing well.
Mhm.
I'm also I'm feeling I want to be responsible for the fact of, hey, look, can you hear me properly? And are you able to actually consistently understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And also, is everyone else able to understand what I'm saying? Because I want to make sure the information is actually coming out and actually getting out and also flowing well.
Yeah.
If it's not, I'm gonna feel responsible for that and I'm gonna be irritated. Even though it's not even my channel, I'm just gonna be like mad about it, being like, I could have done something.
Right. Yeah. So interesting that info dump side of you. Like, it's so important that you that you convey the information in a way that the other person will be able to not only hear it but also understand it,
and enjoy it.
enjoy it, yeah, and ping
Yeah.
back.
Hmm. Yeah. That's all
Yeah,
that matters.
yeah, that's so cool. Well, I think we've basically been going through most of your parts. Is there anything that you feel you want to talk about more, something that you have understood
Hmm.
more deeply, or some epiphanies or whatever?
I've come full around on the fact of like me narrowing down my type. I've just learned who cares over time. Who
Yeah,
cares?
time is not everything, no?
Like I remember when I back then it was very much like my type, my type. I want what it is, so I fully understand it, and I knew for a fact if I did understand it, I wasn't gonna fully care. And then when it finally hit me, I didn't really care. I'm like, you know what? If I am this type, if people actually think I'm this type, I'll still ask people like, hey, do you think I'm actually this type? But deep down, I'm still gonna like not even just subjectively, no, yeah, subjectively go, I don't really care. Or just personally go, I don't really care.
Mm, yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
There are so many layers to
Yeah.
person. It's not just the type.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah, but it's an interesting, you know, I think the journey in the beginning is quite fascinating still, because for me, for example, to see that I was OI instead of OE, like I didn't understand the terminology before. And yeah,
Moving through it.
I can see it
You're
all.
like, huh?
Like now, for example, I want to go back to the same thing all the time, and you just kind of, I feel like, oh, we should be moving forward here, both with the information and the chapters. And yeah, it's just,
You said you feel that way for yourself.
yeah, yeah.
That's good. Yeah. I feel like hanging on to that kind of stuff, it can cause a lot of trauma, a lot of drama, not even just for others, but for yourself.
Mm,
But what I need to do is I need to start going back and actually just appreciating my own information and actually going back on it
yeah.
because I have a habit of just like overly trying to move on or over and when I swing, I overly just like fixate on things.
Mm,
But I've noticed I've gotten better at it. And that's all that matters. You know, as long as you're improving by like 0.1%, I don't care. That's good. You know, that's better than like most people. And that means that 0.1% give it like 365 days.
mhm.
That is, you went up 365%. 3.65%. There you go. Bam. Look at
Yeah,
that. Yeah, like you'll be fine.
yeah, eventually, yeah, of course.
Yeah. And that's all that matters. Yeah. You're not gonna be perfect, but your job isn't trying to be perfect. Your job is trying to do it's just trying to grow. I suffer from that still. I'm like, I'm trying to be like kind of perfectionist in a way, but I'm also aware of I can't be that. So I should just focus on what I can do and just grow.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember last time we were touching on a bit on the any function, but also like just in general, the frustration of maybe not being fully understood, or um I'm trying to think back what we were talking about.
That's what I say.
Um,
Oh, the beginning. Yeah. You're mentioning something along the lines of like, do you feel like do you get frustrated when people don't understand what you're saying?
right, because I was
That I think it's something like that. And I was like, yeah, I do, but like I've learned to accept the fact of I think I said something along the lines of I accepted the fact of like some people just won't know. But people who do know just like just keep on to those kind of people. So
right.
it's best with the ones that respect it. That's all. Don't let it get to you.
So in this context, what do you wish people understood about you that they often misunderstand?
I fuck up and I'm trying to get better. I'm doing better. I fuck up. My apologies. It's my age. I'm getting better. Like
Right.
everyone else. People fixate on age so much.
Mm.
But even like the oldest people can be the most fixated people you can ever meet in your life.
Yeah, right. So
And the youngest people can be the most like stubborn, but also like growing people you can ever meet in your life. So again, you can still be stubborn and grow. You can still be fixated and grow. It's just at some point your default wiring is going to go back to you, and you have to be more cautious, not conscious, conscious about that. That's the word.
yeah, right.
And be aware of it.
So
As long
they,
as you're aware of it, that's all I really care about.
yeah, so you wish that people would be more maybe forgiving them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, mm-hmm.
And also having more faith in you and the progress that you are actually making.
Yeah. I'm not really sounding belittling. Don't be like, oh, I'm proud of it because it's you.
Yeah.
That just sounds like a backhand compliment. Anyone ever does that to me. It
Yeah.
says, what's that many? But like, it has happened. So I was like, okay, thank you. And I just smiled and waved.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to have like the truthful, authentic feedback.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's an interesting topic actually, how because everyone is changing, right? But to update one's view on other people, like you can see maybe your own changes, your inner changes, yeah, that part of life. But how often do we see the tribe and how they are changing and evolving and actually also giving them that feedback, like because it sounds like that's what you are looking for and that's fair. I mean, absolutely. We should all be seen. We should feel seen, right? And acknowledged for who we are and where we are.
Yeah. At the end of the day, like your type is just a number.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It can be nice to know for understanding,
Mm,
but you shouldn't get a tattoo of it being like I am this and then put that on yourself and just completely just like not grow or not change.
basically, it's just a prototype,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it can be used in
yeah,
whichever way. It's up to us
yeah,
how,
yeah.
but we can work with it if we want to, if we choose to, and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't say that much. A few things, of course, but
Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah,
yeah.
like you can't do that, but
So besides from type, what life experience has taught you the most about yourself and why?
if I don't have, I want the routine, but I'm also my old job. I want a routine, but I'm also aware of the fact of like I just want to. I'll never follow that routine. So I noticed for me, it's just like sticking to what I have
Mhm.
and actually like not having a habit of putting my nose in somewhere that shouldn't be and actually just focusing on what I have to do, not overdoing myself, not overly doing it as much as certain things, just doing your job and just be happy with that and be like, I'm not getting paid for that. That's something I need to start doing more, even though it kills me.
Yeah.
God, this one person keeps saying the phrase of like, look, Donte, I'm not doing this because we don't have to do it because we're not getting paid for it. It's not our job. We don't have to do it. And I'm like, huh, you know, I hate that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I like the fact that I hate that because that makes me feel like okay, that's actually new. Like for me to go, that's actually new. That's actually refreshing. Not even new, just refreshing to be like, yeah, I'm aware I hate that. So how can I do to how can I build on that?
Mm, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. That's just how it is.
Like growing those muscles, going to,
Yeah.
yeah, the challenges, the gym.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what else was I thinking about? Yeah, I have this question as well. If you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be?
Take life and cherish your surroundings more seriously. Take your surroundings more seriously. But don't get overwhelmed in it and then start like being terrified. Don't be scared of just following routines and following things. Break out of it, but don't be fixated. Just don't disrespect your routine, but you should be having a routine to at least try and push your way through something. Like if you have a task you're working on, you need to start like actually building on it. And as long as like your foundation is built more stronger, eventually you'll keep leveling up and then you'll get there. Versus, just you just sitting there and going, well, I have all these things, but any foundation wise, everything is kind of like neutral level for my foundation. Like
Mm,
my foundation is like base level. It's not this level. It's here, not here. Because
yeah.
I've been but I have all these other skills and all these other things. But certain things are higher, certain things are lower, but like I'm not consistently building on things. I'm just I'm covering for what's needed.
Right.
Yeah. Instead of, being responsible, not being special, not specializing in certain things, but just being too much of just taking in what's needed and
Mm,
what was needed, well, yeah, again, just covering what was needed. Yeah.
right.
And enjoying that, being proud of it.
Exactly. That's a great idea to not
Mhm.
only push oneself and, you know, masculine TI can be quite harsh on oneself,
Yes.
but actually enjoy it while you're doing it.
Mm-hmm. Does it make sense? Who cares?
Hmm.
Why do you care? Oh, because this. Okay. What did I accomplish you? More stress. It's not worth it.
Yeah, no, no, no.
No.
Oh, great
Mm-hmm.
advice to your younger self. What
Yeah.
do you think you would have said in response?
Yeah, I'll work on that. No, not
Then,
me. Yeah,
hey,
I'll work on that.
right.
And then I would have kept till I would have been that one person been like, hey, so about this. And you can't stop the inevitable, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any questions, by the way, to me, to my, yeah, regarding my type or anything?
Yeah, your social type thing. I think there's a question mark on there. Why do you have a question mark in your social type?
So I was typed by Habib, and
Did
he,
not feel trusted in yourself. Didn't think that you can actually put like that. You can't label yourself that.
and yeah, so I guess we are the same social type, you and I. We're probably number two. You're officially social typed, or
No, officially, no. I got Habib.
yeah, Habib, that's me. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But I trust Habib's like opinion on things.
Yeah, Habib is great. I trust
Mm-hmm.
him too. It's just that it's more like a question of, for me, it's more a case of, the whole scientific way of verifying things before you put it down in the sense.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's what OP is supposed to be about. Like,
Mm-hmm.
taking in like various opinions before you, yeah.
Yeah, that's what OP is. It's weird because like I swear I really do I see myself as a two. Yeah, I do. I can see myself as a two, but I see myself as a one. No.
Yeah,
Like
right,
no.
right.
Do
Yeah.
I see myself as a three? Potentially. I have moments, but do I see myself as a four? Yeah, I can see it. But also I also can't.
This is interesting. How can you see yourself as a four and how can you not see yourself as a four?
I feel like my if I'm doing something, it's just because someone had to do it. And it wasn't even because of the fact of that's always been my motto attitude a lot of times. It was just like, well, someone had to do it. Yeah, but it didn't have to be you. Yeah, but someone had to do it, which kind of eliminates the three. Like that's not what threes do. The threes are very much like I'm responsible. They're like if I'm going to stereotype everything, threes are very much like I will do everything but my own job,
Right.
and
Yeah.
then you get in trouble for not doing your own job.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of what happens to me.
Yeah.
Fours are they can do their own job, but they're very friendly, but they are still able to do their own job and get away with it. Threes are just really good at doing their own jobs, shaky on certain things, but they're able to do their own jobs. Ones are a mixed bag. You don't really know you're in it. Sometimes it's also every type is very mixed. Also,
Yeah.
you can have a healthy version of it. You can have an unhealthy version of it. It's just what field are you in? Where's the state in the person? What journey are they on? What are they in their life? And what are you trying to figure out? And what are they trying to figure out? That's how it is.
Yeah. 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 Because I was thinking about when you said that a two is like in everyone's business and then they forget about their own job, like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
covering for everyone else. And I can really relate to that. And I'm just thinking, like, historically, now I'm realizing when I've been working with threes, the way they see it is that you should do your job and I do my job. And then, you know, then everything is fair and okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way it's supposed to be. While I'm like, yeah, but I can help you and you can help me. And then
Yeah,
together we'll get the job done.
yeah. We get done easier. We get done. We get done. It might not be like perfect, but like you got the job done. But the job got done. It's the definition of but the job got done. But it's done. Like
Exactly.
it might not be done like the most best way, perfect way, but it got done. Like I would say, like if I'm able to do like a good like 80, like an extremely good 80%,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Right. I think the specialists, I think sometimes they get annoyed, or at least that's my experience, when
No,
we
they do.
when we generate when we I think they may view us as irresponsible.
Yeah.
We don't do it the exact way that we should.
Yes.
We're improvising too much.
Yes. We don't take it too seriously. It comes off as we're not taking it seriously, but we are taking it seriously. We just do it differently.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. You shouldn't be doing it differently. That's different. Like so they can't be doing it differently. You can't be doing it like this, and I'm like, that's fair. But like my brain doesn't work like that.
No.
I I have tried to work like that, and all it caused was just a lot of mental stress
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
anxiety, and I don't need that.
Right. And also, I mean, there is a time and place for everything, right? So
Yeah,
sometimes the answer is to do it correctly by the book,
yeah,
like from A to
yeah.
Z. And sometimes we need to be flexible and we
Mm-hmm.
need to work
Yeah.
together. And yeah, and I guess the trick is to know when is the right
There's a
thing.
time and place for everything.
Yeah.
It's just, are you in the right time? Are you in the right place at the right time?
Mm.
Yes or no? And then you kind of have to figure out from there. you'll be
Yeah,
fine.
because everyone will just lean on their own savior and think, well, it's always the time and place to do it from A to Z, or it's always the time and place to work together and be less responsible in that
Mm-hmm.
regard. Yeah.
Yeah, Habib type 2 as a 2.
Sorry.
Habib type 2 as a 2.
Yeah, you did.
I like that.
And
That's cool.
I thought I was a two myself.
Mm-hmm.
People in the community also thought that before he typed me. So yeah, I think it's pretty solid. I haven't got it confirmed by Dave and Shan, so I don't want to put it down like,
Officially, because your type in this chat is based on David Shan's word, and you don't want to feel like you're stepping over the word and also disrespecting like their history of actually building on this.
yeah,
I
exactly.
see what you mean.
But I mean,
But
people are getting retyped and everything, so it's not that like they're infallible.
oh hell no.
Sometimes, things
Yeah.
happen and they change their mind as well. But I want to be as scientific as possible, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And this is also why I've always asked people, do you think I'm in this type? Like I actually was gonna ask you that question. Do you think I'm this type? Because I'm
Yeah,
very curious.
yeah,
But again, it's just me going, I don't know. At the end of the day, I don't need to care. I shouldn't get worked up on it. And I've gotten better at not getting worked up on it. I
yeah,
always question it, but I'm always gonna be like, eh. Like OPS doesn't really fully take over my life anymore.
yeah,
But as much as it did. And I'm trying to live my life and be happy. Not, like stressed out by like a little stamp.
yeah.
Hmm.
Just looking here if I think I had like, yeah, I had a few bonus questions as well. If you have time for a couple of
Of
more.
course. I got you.
If you had to switch savior functions for a day, which ones would you try and why?
My first reaction was FI.
Okay,
my
cool. Why?
my knee jerk reaction really was FI.
Really?
Just being like, I like this. This is what I like, and just kind of like not being aware of anyone else's likes, not needing to take that in. That is so interesting. And then actually enjoying and taking and doing things you love. That is new without overthinking it. That is so intriguing to me.
Yeah.
I find that so relaxing, but also it can be to them it's just very stressful for them. So I'm also aware like it's kind of like I'll worry about the negatives later. Let me just feel happy about the positives.
Yeah, kind of nice.
Yeah.
For a
Like
change.
it sounds nice, but I'm also like, huh, all types kind of sound nice when you don't have them. Like everyone wants to be an INFJ, but then I've noticed every single INFJ, no offense, just really hates being an INFJ. And
Yeah,
it's
well,
true. Like it's very funny. A lot of INFJs are like, I'm an INFJ.
it's,
It's whatever.
yeah, it's
No.
you always want to have something else, right? If you have
Yeah,
brown hair, you
everyone.
want to have straight hair. If you have blue eyes, you want to have brown eyes. I don't know. It's just the way of life, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's actually very accurate. That's very true. That's actually a very good analogy. Sure.
But so that was cool. FI. Would you also choose the decider coin then? Need
You mean
FI?
the observer? I would say I I kind of want to know how it feels to be FISI. FISI sounds interesting.
Really? Why?
I exactly. That's why. Like I could kind of already see the NI because I have NE, and it's just NE, but just narrowed in
Hmm.
in my own things. That's how I see it. But FISI,
Yeah.
Demon Sleep. I wonder how that feels. And also Demon FISI. Building on that thing I love and also enjoying and actually able to express it in a way that makes it look like I personally love this thing I've done. And
Yeah.
if you and it kind of being weird about it. Like that just feels interesting and funny to me, being like very weird about like I like this thing and I feel weird sharing it, but
Yeah.
I'm sharing it.
Different breed.
Mhm.
Like so hard to relate to.
Yeah. It's definitely interesting. Then again, though, I can see your reaction for that the more I think about it, because that is legit the opposite of what you are, which is like, yeah. Like I was like, I wonder why she reacted to that. That makes sense actually the more I think about it, because I don't blame you. I would have been like, why FISI? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, it absolutely does because in a way I get it. Like from my perspective, I think FISI or SIFI would be like being
Yeah.
totally in connection with yourself,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
in your own skin,
Mhm.
in just in your right element.
And
Like,
not having to ping, not
yeah,
having to ping back with the tribe, just able to do it and just have a good time and live my life happy.
yeah. Cool saviors. Wow. Yeah, let me know how it goes if you switch.
Oh man, no. You won't hear from me. I'll be gone. I'll be out of here. I'll be like, who are you? Nah, I don't care. I'm happy.
Like an INFP jumper, or you would be an ICJ jumper then,
Yeah,
basically. Yeah, a delta.
yeah.
Cool. Mm,
Having that with a sleep blast. Oh, oh my god. I'll be ready. I will be ready. Give me blast and sleep in my top two. I am ready. I
oh,
am ready.
you are ready. Cool.
Yeah.
So, okay. If ideas were food, what kind of diet would you be on?
If ideas were food, what kind of diet would I be on?
Mhm.
Huh.
Putting that any to the test now.
My brain immediately said my thought of salad for some reason.
Salad.
Like my knee jerk reaction was a salad. Why? Because I don't know, I just had salad.
You
But
would,
also like no, I don't know. Like if my ideas were a food, what would it be? It really would just be fruit because at the end of the day, it would be like any kind of labor you can think of.
Mhm.
My true answer would have been like glass. I don't know. Like my second answer was gonna be glass, but I was like, no, I'll say fruit.
Wrong
I'll
answer.
play it safe for now.
You can say whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, okay, here's a more serious one. Do you think truth is something we discover, something we create, or both?
It's something that you it's something that you just discover,
Mhm.
but it's discovered by the things that you created that built onto that created your truth. Like you're like you can do many things, right? Let's say that. But let's say like you don't find your truth until you realize like the skills you built along the way. It's like not knowing your calling until you actually do it.
Right, right.
That's what it is.
Like you're finding it out while you are.
Yes, over time, and then you come to peace with it, and you kind of enjoy it. You don't have to enjoy it really, but like you start to really respect it and love it
Mhm.
when you feel at peace about it and you love it more and you actually like it.
Yeah.
Then you're good.
Hmm.
That's what I said.
That feels very TI. I wonder what a TE would answer to that question.
Truth. Well, as an FISI, I can
Yeah.
fully tell you.
From your SIFI.
Yeah. It was, I want to feel like I just build on what I like, and then I love, I feel like I'm able to express my feelings properly, and people understand me, or people actually feel inspired by my words.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
I'll say
basically,
that.
creating the truth in the moment by expressing
Yes.
feelings,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. Okay, cool. Um, okay. Imagine waking up in a world where everyone only communicates in logic puzzles. How would you get by?
Logical puzzles.
Hmm.
I'm fucked. Because the first that came in my head was going to a goddamn drive-through, and I don't want a freaking McDonald's worker going like doing like a riddle to me, and I'm like, I can't do this right now. Just give me the damn. Just put the fries in the bag. I do not care.
A lot of things.
I'd be so mad. And then you have to ask for something like to add on to it, and they give you a riddle.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah,
I would flip. I would snap.
yeah. It would be very draining, I would say, at least for me as an energy dom, and also demon, demon T. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, last question, a bit more serious, maybe. How do you know when an idea isn't worth your time, even if it feels exciting?
If I know it's not gonna, if I know I'm not gonna be able to build on it,
Mhm.
and or it doesn't motivate or inspire people. That sounds. I hate the word inspire people. I do, and it's just personally me because I that word gets thrown around so many times by interviews of being like, "Hey, what's inspired you?" It's just like, dude, I don't care. Every interviewer does it. I hate it,
Now
but I get it.
I want to know more about that. Like, how do you define the word inspire?
What motive? Who? As in, like, what keeps you? What keeps you going?
What keep, so what keeps you what's
What
your
keeps me going?
yeah.
Not you troll. uh, I what keeps me going are the people telling me, and also for me, people in me that's saying that I'm doing very well for for where I am right now, and people who are telling me like that's a great idea, you should try it.
Mhm.
You've been doing good, you should try it. You should try this. You should try that. You've been doing good so far, and life can only go up from here.
Like honest feedback?
Yeah, honest feedback, but motivating feedback.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, nice. Yeah. Any last questions to me, or are we
Yeah.
else
What
you
type do you think I am based on my OPS? What type do you think I am? If you didn't know my type, what type do you think I was?
well,
And what function do you see more out of me? That's what I'm very curious about.
I mean, the number one thing that I do see is the friendly side. I would be very surprised if you were flex over friends.
Mm-hmm.
I really see that coin clearly. What else do I see? Yeah, maybe demon sensory, because when we talk,
Yeah, no, I don't really give examples. I can if I keep going, but like I really have to like fish for it, or I go, I'm not gonna do really good. I
Yeah.
give you an example, but not in the moment.
But also I like it because I noticed that I don't have to finish my sentences. You already pick up the thought like halfways, and that's very nice for me who I mean, I don't like to use a lot of sensory words.
Mhm.
So it's very convenient. So yeah, it flows easily when someone can pick up things like that from just the first
Little
part.
words,
Yeah.
little amount of words, and then I'm able to actually take over and
Yeah.
jump all over the place.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd say that's something I can see. With the TI, I'm not sure. Like, I can see why you thought you were FE, possibly because you are. Maybe that's the friendly guy side that you have as well. Like,
Hmm.
yeah. I remember last time when we talked in part one, you were giving me some nice words like of affirmation. You're doing good in terms of, I think we were talking about these feedback loops, algorithms that are
Hmm.
constantly kind of shaping these bubbles that people stay in, and
Hmm.
they don't question them. They just think this is normal, this is what everyone believes and so.
Yeah.
And I was asking you some questions about it, and then you kind of gave me some FE there. You said I was doing good. I remember that. So, yeah, I can see the FE in you. I really can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
So, yeah, yeah. And then you talk a lot about routines, which is interesting because usually when something is a savior, we don't talk about it. That's what they.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Look, this means I'm good at routine.
You know, it's obvious. When it's
Yeah.
obvious, we don't talk about it. And when it's not, yeah, I don't know. Like,
Mhm.
but maybe that's the masculine S as well. Like, it's important because it's, yeah, it's real because it's still,
Mhm. And it's something I'm trying to work on and get better at.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just in general, I'd say I would probably have guessed that you were an IP or an EP, not
IP. Ooh.
yeah, well, the very extroverted version in that case. And friends, of course, as well, the social coin. But because it feels like you're pretty comfortable doing your thing in a way. Yeah. Feels like that masculine DI is very strong. Like,
Okay.
yeah, you don't have to peacock it, you don't have to talk about it. It's just there. Like,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I get you. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah. First person that said I come off very IP-ish. That's very funny. I'm like, huh. You're one of the first few people I say that.
Really.
That's funny. Yeah. A lot of people say I'm very IP-ish. A lot of people always say I'm very EJ-ish or EP-ish. Only
EP,
like, yeah, only like three people have typed me as like an IJ-ish in a way.
I don't know. I don't see you as an IJ at all. Maybe that's because I'm an IJ myself.
Yeah.
It feels like you're far too, like, I don't know, you're more of a double observer than I am, I think. That's how it feels. Probably because you have the N and the OE. It's like, yeah, the flexibility.
I think you can be. Well, I wonder what makes you think I'm very double activated. Oh, wait, double activated. It's double observer. I wonder why. Because first of all, hell yeah, that means I'm doing
Well,
good.
from my perspective, the worst, this, yeah, the absolutely worst kind of single observer is the IJ, if I if I'm honest about it. And the reason is because you're single observing one thing, the OI, you know.
Mhm.
I don't know
Yeah,
if it's correct or not, but it just feels like you can't be more stuck.
unless you actually something actually hits your area, hits you like hits your cone of knowledge.
Right, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
That's the other side of it. But I'm just thinking about the worst case scenario, like what it looks like. While for because someone who is a single observer but OE at the top, they are still willing to, maybe they won't stick to one lane or one path, but they are always managing things. They are able to switch, they are able to find different solutions. And that to me is more double observery. While the IJs are chaotic because they only have this one way. And when that doesn't work, the whole world has to move for them. And
yeah, that's interesting. I didn't even realize that because I'm very much like I will move around the world if I have to, but I will actually get my job done.
yeah, exactly. You will reach that goal in whatever way you need to, and
Yeah.
you will find a way.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I think, yeah, I'd say we are the least double observery, the IJs, but we probably have something else going for us
Hmm.
that we are doing
Hmm.
better. That's, yeah, I think that's the greatest weakness maybe for the IJ. What do you think is the greatest weakness for you, for your type?
For my type personally,
Mhm.
it's just um miss tunnel visioning on on like key things, like key words,
Mhm.
key like key moments, key scenarios I've noticed. Because for me, it's like I focus on, oh, this thing happened, so I gotta, it, it's kind of like what a lot of people do when they like, it's like people who who read articles,
Mhm.
almost like the thumbnails, but then like they just like they immediately go, oh well, that's clearly what happened, or like their bias kind of kicks in,
Mhm.
or maybe my narrative kind of kicks in, or maybe I'm not really able to adapt as much really as like I think I can. I think I can personally, but I don't know. Again, I don't really know what my main like problem is. Maybe I don't know, maybe I'm too much of a bitch. I don't know. But like
No, 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 you are not. Well, I guess, I mean, we all have our strengths and challenges. It's nothing new.
Mhm.
But yeah, I kind of came to think of that super single observer mode that the IJ seems to be in. But yeah, I'll think more about that and see what the opposite of that coin, because then something else should be our strength on the other side of that, right? Maybe we're super double deciders then, like double
they
deciders.
are the they, they are the most, we are technically, are we technically classified in the Alpha Quadra area? Because you know how like with David Shan say like, oh, that's an alpha type, like that sorry, that's like a one type, that's like a dominant type.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if if we are categorized in that.
How do
Because if
you?
I remember correctly, oh my god, yeah, you are the same, you're a similar type to Lisa
Yeah.
Billiou,
Yeah. Right. Tom Tom's one.
but this,
Mhm.
but she's visual.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like because I think they even typed her as like a dominant like type, like a more like not aggressive, but this alpha type. If you
Yeah.
know what I mean by alpha type.
She's also a number one, the social one.
Ah, interesting, interesting. I just remember back then they used to make like Like if you were like it was like you're there one or two, and your your areas and mine, as in like our types, were categorized as like the like alpha types, like number one go getter types.
Really?
Because I remember back then that was a thing.
Hmm.
I remember having the audio log somewhere in my head of like them saying that. Do I remember where? No. I remember like when I took in a lot of information from OPS, it's also I know it's in their YouTube videos. I also remember watching the video back then. I don't know where exactly the information is, but I know it's shuffled in there somewhere.
Oh, I want to know.
Yeah, I'm very curious. When I ever figure it out, if I ever randomly
Find
find
it
out, like you
for
might get like a random message from me like a month or two ago, month or two later, and like I found it.
that.
Who knows?
That would be so cool to know. Yeah.
Yeah, because they mentioned that, and I'm like, oh okay. Like they just like again, they just casually mentioned it. I remember so many people were like, "Oh yeah, like, that sparked so many conversations back then too." I mean, it was a while ago. It was a long ass time ago.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this has been so lovely, Dante. I really appreciate that you came
Yeah.
on the part two. It was my fault
No,
to have the
you're
charger.
good. No, you're good. Listen, charge it happens.
Yeah.
Listen, we're observers.